it is like a completely different thing. But then the hardest part isn't even like scaling it. It's actually just maintaining it, right? And keeping things fresh and not saturating and just evolving. And so that's been the biggest challenge as an entrepreneur myself on what to figure out is people, you know, timing the market, doing the right things. And yeah.
All right, guys. Hassan Alaw here from V1 Tech. Thanks for coming on, man.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course. In town for an anime conference.
100%. Always.
I didn't even know that was a thing out here.
There's so many.
Yeah? How many people are at this one?
This one probably around like 4,000 or 5,000. So it's a smaller show.
That's a smaller show, bro? That's more than like any business conference I went to.
Really?
Yeah. Anime's got a good following.
We do some shows that have 250,000 people.
What?
Yeah. New York Comic Con's a good example of that.
Oh my God.
We have 8 trade show booths when we do that event.
Dude, I didn't know Comic Con had 250,000.
It's nuts.
I've never been to a Comic Con.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go to because I'm a big Funko collector.
Well, if you ever need like backstage VIP, you know, sponsorship access.
Bro, are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, sign me up. When's the next one?
New York Comic Con's in October.
Okay, but there's one in...
The next one, actually, there's a big one in Vegas coming up. Then in
what?
The month. Yeah.
And it's Comic Con?
No, it's called Level Up.
Okay. So that's a different owner or something?
Yeah.
All right, I'll check that one out.
So many different ones.
Yeah, I'll check that one out for sure. I wanted to go to the San Diego Comic Con, but they're always sold out.
Yeah.
And you can't buy secondary, right?
I don't know. I always just get in with our, you know, vendor passes.
You just sponsor the whole show.
Yeah, we're always exhibiting there.
Yeah. What's your biggest attraction at your booth?
We sell a lot of like plexiglass merch. That's the #1 seller at shows and events. The other thing is going to be our mouse pads. Those are more like mainstream products, and we work with a lot of different artists. So sometimes they'll be at the booth signing, and we do some really exclusive collaborations for shows.
Okay.
So we build hype that way, and
that's cool.
Yeah, people love our stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new mouse pad from you. I need one. My mouse pad has done its time.
I got you.
I've eaten a lot of meals on it.
Yeah,
it's pretty dirty.
Oh man, if you have a black light, I'm sure it'll look interesting.
Disgusting,
but
especially my keyboard.
With ours, we actually use neon reactive ink, so I might hide some of that stuff, blend it in, and make it look cooler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna pimp out my setup for sure. You still gaming heavy right now?
I haven't had much time to game, to be honest, in a while.
Okay.
But I miss it. Used to be a huge like League CS:GO player.
What was your rank in League?
Bronze, for sure.
Okay. Is that good?
No, it's the worst.
Oh, so you're more of a casual.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. The thing with League, though, is it's hard to be casual because it's so tilting.
For sure. I think maybe 2013 I was actually platinum. It was like season 2.
Okay.
So I did get good at one point, but then fell off a cliff after
I feel that. Yeah, League it's too tilting for me.
You got to be very invested.
Yeah, even Fortnite right now, like I try not to get mad, but it's hard sometimes. You be dying to some campers or someone just playing weird.
Do you like the build mode or non-build mode?
Hell no. Yeah. Those kids are sweats, dude. Hell to the no. I do not play build.
Yeah.
Maybe when it first came out, I could do it, but now
that's what put me off Fortnite in the beginning is I just couldn't like get used to that.
Yeah.
Now that they have a no build, I might try it.
I only do no build.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun. What's your favorite game of all time though?
Ooh, favorite game of all time. That's hard.
Like what have you spent the most hours on?
I think the most hours Counter-Strike, CS:GO.
Okay.
Yeah, huge Counter-Strike player growing up. I used to play in ECA servers and actually play competitive like middle school.
Oh, so you were nice.
Like yeah, Condition Zero, Source, 1.6, everything.
Okay. I never got into Counter-Strike. I was more Team Fortress 2.
Okay.
That game was fun.
You like your hats, huh?
Yeah. You didn't play that game?
Not too much.
Okay. Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, I love that game.
That's a good game.
That's a fun.
There's a new one.
Really?
Yeah, Back 4 Blood.
Interesting. I'll have to check it out.
I haven't tried it yet, but Left 4 Dead 2, oh my gosh. Survival mode, I would go hard.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a great game. RuneScape?
Loved RuneScape.
Classic.
Used to be a huge PKer.
Yeah? Oh, you were that kid?
Yeah, definitely.
You probably PK'd me then.
Probably. Looted all your stuff.
Bro, as soon as I crossed, you'd think you could get away, and then nope, free spell and you're
100%.
Dude, yeah. People got no chill in the PK zone.
100%. We used to do some crazy stuff.
Oh, you would team with people?
We would team with people. We'd get, at the time it was Skype that we used. And we'd actually like had a thing where you could look up your IP and then DDoS them.
What?
So we'll, like buddy someone take him in deep where he has a lot of, you know, expensive stuff. We'll drop like expensive items that would protect over his rare stuff.
Yeah.
They'd pick it up and then we'd DDoS them and kill them and take
No
everything.
way.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Wait, so you could attach an IP address to an item? Are you tired of ordering on a menu in a different country only to be served snails? Why not actually speak the language and order what you want? That's where Babbel comes in. Speak like a whole new you with Babbel, the science-backed language learning app that gets you talking. Wasting hundreds of dollars on private tutors is the old school way of learning a new language. Babbel's 10-minute lessons are quick and handcrafted by over 200 language experts, ready to get you talking your way to a new language in just 3 weeks. Because talking is the key to really knowing any language. Babbel's advanced speech recognition is like having a personal language guru in your pocket, massaging your pronunciation whenever you open your mouth. With Babbel, you can learn everything you need from vocabulary to culture while holding your own in conversation with anybody. All it takes is just about 10 minutes a day. It's designed by real people for having real conversations, and it gets you talking. I've been going to a lot of Spanish-speaking countries over the last few months, and Babbel has come in clutch. I now know how to order food and ask where the restroom is when I travel. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/social hour. That's 60% off at babbel.com/social hour, spelled BABBEL.com/social hour. Rules and restrictions may apply.
No, so you can actually look up people's IP address through Skype pretty easily back in the day.
Oh.
And so it was cake, but
Wow.
now it's a lot more secure.
Yeah, I bet. Wow, that is crazy. I would have been pissed if that happened to me.
I was in like middle school.
Damn.
But I had to learn by, first it happened to me. And I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. I got to figure out how they did that. And then
you reverse engineered
got really into it. And I was like, all right,
I feel that.
Yeah.
You ever get into hacking?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I used to hack some games. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
Yeah. Just for fun as a kid.
When I was in middle school, so I grew up Muslim. So we'd have Ramadan where we'd fast. So all our friends would go to the library during lunch to game. And I actually had a copy of Halo on a flash drive, and I had admin access to all the computers.
No way.
Yeah, so I had this flash drive. One end is like a female, where you could plug a keyboard into it, and then you plug that into the computer, and it records the keystrokes. So I had that on a couple teachers' PCs. I'd have their actual logins to be able to do So everyone would think I'm using a proxy, but no, I'm logging in directly through the admin access.
You were a savage.
And so I put Halo on all the computers. That's as bad of a thing that I did. And we just play games. Yeah.
That's so cool. Did they find out?
No one ever found out.
What?
Yeah.
That you were playing Halo? No teacher ever overlooked?
They just thought it was like on the internet or like a legit way of playing the game. So what are they going to do about it?
That's legendary. I remember some kid hacked my high school's website when I was in high school. It was hilarious. Yeah. He said it was a snow day and class was canceled.
So nobody really knew, but for our AP Bio quizzes and tests, they'd be done online through this teacher's like private website.
Yeah.
And anytime that I was behind on studying or couldn't like make time for it, I would just crash the website. And so, they would think it's because everyone's trying to hit it this last night and whatever. So the teacher would always give us a couple extra days. And no one had any idea I was behind it.
You're such a savage. If your teacher's watching this right now, he's probably like, what the hell? Yeah, there's fun ways of hacking, and then there's not so fun ways.
Yeah.
When your bank account or something serious gets hacked.
100%.
Or I got SIM hacked once.
Really?
Have you ever heard of that? They call up your mobile phone carrier, pretend to be you. They buy your social security number on the dark web. Wow. So they give it to that person, and then they transfer your SIM card to their brand new phone. So all your text messages go to that number. Then they reset all your passwords on Gmail, Venmo, and everything to your bank accounts to that email.
Yeah, it's a lot simpler than people think.
Yeah. Well, it's gotten harder now because there's SIM protection, but it still happens.
Yeah.
They go after crypto people because they can steal all your
I used to warn my friends about, getting on their personal stuff in public because you can use a program like CanEnable, a simple software where you can trade the cookies between you and the router with somebody else.
Wow.
So if you're logged into Facebook and I'm logged into Facebook, I could log out, trade the cookies, all of a sudden you're logged out and now I'm on your account.
No way.
And the same thing applies to bank accounts and everything.
Damn. So if you're at the airport, you shouldn't use the Wi-Fi.
You shouldn't be accessing your bank account or at least logging into your social. If it's already remembered and you're on there, it's probably safe. But yeah, definitely avoid the whole
That's good to know. I've even heard some of the outlets are bugged.
Really?
The charging outlets.
That's wild.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, I only use data when I'm in public. Even if they have Wi-Fi, I'm like, nah, it's not worth the risk. But even on two-factor, I don't use text anymore because of that SIM hack.
Really?
Yeah, I only use Authenticator app.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Absolutely.
That's how they get in your Twitter and everything. There's been some major people getting hacked on Twitter.
It's crazy.
The president got hacked last year.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was either Obama. Yeah, it was Obama, I think. Someone hacked them and made some money.
So how'd you get into PC gaming?
Been in gaming. I started with RuneScape and MapleStory.
Okay.
Worked my way up to Combat Arms, Team Fortress 2, Left 4 Dead, Portal, all those games. But Valve was the back in the day.
Yeah.
Valve was like, I feel like they were the pinnacle, and they've fallen off.
You've seen the computers I built, right?
Yeah, you built one for Steve Will Do It, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that looks sick. So you build them from scratch?
Yeah, so I started doing it as an artist early on. Basically, I've always been into computers, but QuakeCon's a local trade show event in Dallas. And so I went there for the first time. I saw everyone's tricking out their computers. They have a mod contest. And that's when I was like, I want to have the coolest computer in the room. How do I do that? So I got really into manufacturing, into the art side of things, into the creative. So like that's like paint jobs, lights, water cooling, you know, all these little things. And I found out that, okay, one, this is really fun. And so I was just the whole year just trying to make this one computer look as bad as possible for the show. And I was looking into how can I make my computer different than everybody else's. And at the time, everyone was doing like soft tube water cooling.
Yeah.
And there was a company that announced the first rigid tube, like acrylic hardline water cooling. And no one did it before. So I actually built 2 computers, put that into the both systems, you know, really figured it out as quickly as I could, last second. I was actually bending the tube in the hotel room at the show, trying to get it ready. And then ended up entering that one or placed in the modding contest. That got on the cover of CPU magazine. And a bunch of trade show companies started hitting me up to do trade show like builds for their events, for giveaways, for booths. I worked with Intel, the US Navy, Alienware.
Damn.
So big companies. And they would market you know, these things and pay for it. At the same time, I would get, you know, a lot of positive feedback and followers on social from that.
Yeah.
And I ended up creating, I would get a lot of requests to do like simple customizations for regular people for their PCs. And it didn't quite scale because everything was handmade in my garage, you know.
How long does it take to build one on average?
About 2 to 3 weeks.
Damn, that long?
Yeah, about 100 hours if I go all in and just, well, it depends on the complexity, right?
Yeah, I didn't know it was that intense.
Yeah, it depends how nuts you want to go. I used to hand sleeve the cable wires one individually.
Holy crap.
Now I just throw a light up one that's pre-made and it takes 5 minutes. So it's gotten a lot easier nowadays, especially with the equipment that we have. And the way we got into the equipment is I actually wanted to create products to help other people trick out their own computers without needing to be an artist, without having to have the equipment or the, you know, the experience. And so the first invention I had was the RGB GPU backplate. So the graphics card backplate, it's the center point of your PC, and people can upload their own graphics, it can be backlit, and it's a piece of acrylic that we machine and print in-house. And so that's what was the first thing that took off for V1 Tech. That allowed us to kind of like create a whole genre of PC modding products.
Yeah.
And then that led into, during we actually took off because everyone was building a PC from home, everyone was tricking out their builds, and I think everyone wanted to make their environment, you know, better because they're at home all the time.
Right.
So I thought we had a luxury product, but that kind of opened my eyes to, okay, actually a lot of people value this more than just, you know, a luxury.
Yeah.
People like to express themselves, and that's like one of the most, you know, influential reasons why people do the things that we do, right?
Yep.
It's kind of how I got into building, was I wanted to express myself. And then when the chip shortage hit shortly after and GPU mining took off, no one could buy a graphics card, and so building PCs kind of like was falling off a cliff.
I remember that.
That's when I got into diversifying my product, something more mainstream. So we took the back plates, made them bigger, we made them posters for your wall. So the plexiglass wall art saved my business, but it's also allowed us to grow to the next level. Because the PC stuff, you can't really take to trade show events, you can't really, it's all got to be made to order. There's thousands of different models, so many different designs. We work with a ton of artists.
Yeah.
And so to stock it and take it to a show and hope that we can hit the right customer didn't work.
Yeah.
So we would just market. But with this product now, actually shows makes us a huge part of our revenue.
Right. You could just collect POs on the spot with that, right?
Yeah, and then we can go big. We can have a lot of branding, and it converts to everything we do. And then, it's all kind of compounded. And then the relationships I've built just from the PC side of things with all the big companies and the influencers and whatnot, it's kind of allowed us to pretty much be this unique, company that does all kinds of things in different areas. And
yeah,
it's been a crazy journey.
That's cool to see you pivot though, because that could have ended your business with the graphics card shortage. I remember that.
Yeah,
they were like $2,000 at one point, right?
Yeah, everybody. I've seen a lot of companies come and go. I've had a lot of companies try to copy us, come and go. I think pioneering something or inventing something that's valuable is one thing, but executing it is like a completely different thing. But then the hardest part isn't even like scaling it, it's actually just maintaining it, right? And keeping things fresh and not saturating and just evolving. And so that's been the biggest challenge as an entrepreneur myself on what to figure out is people, timing the market, doing the right things. And
yeah,
that
makes sense. What do you see as the next big wave of things?
There's a lot of products that I want to create. I think I'm always trying to add like a unique value thing that I believe will enhance the experience of whatever the product is. So one of the things like for our plexiglass wall arts, I've noticed a lot of people are collecting skateboards and they don't skate on them. They just make it wall art. So an acrylic skateboard is actually much more beautiful if you're able to do that and you could light it up.
Right.
And so that's something now we're coming out with.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of other things too. So like our new shadow box, it's an LED RGB frame for the wall art, but it's actually got slots in it. So you could do 3D, designs. You could do a clear piece on the front with some elements and have a background, and you can mix and match artist stuff.
Wow.
To make super unique, creative.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like Mixed Tiles or whatever that rug company is.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it,
but way cooler. So a lot of people compare us to like Display when it comes to our posters, the way we collaborate with artists and brands. But you can't backlight metal. You can't do the same amount of effects as you can with Plexi. You definitely can't sync it with your gaming setup.
Yeah, I agree. Plexi's cool, but it's just there. You can't modify it at all.
Right.
Yeah. I like the videos on how it's made, though. It's really satisfying.
Yeah. So we got these really big flatbed printers. It's always wild to go in there and see like all these spaceships are making, our products in-house.
That's cool. I remember growing up, people thought 3D printers were going to be huge.
They are.
They are?
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of lost the spotlight.
I would say people got like the hype was ahead of its time.
Yeah. It's kind of like Metaverse. The hype was just
100%
too ahead.
Yeah. So, but I think the actual technology now is definitely
it's caught up,
catching up big time. So speed is the biggest problem with 3D printers, right? How quickly can it produce whatever object? Because typically they'll just, for mass production, use it to create molds for plastic injection molding or other, things like jigs and whatnot. But now you can actually create products at scale with certain 3D printers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I saw some people making houses out of them these days.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be like the way it's going to happen in the future. I think it's a cool idea. Some people are making money doing it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely it's going to get us to the next step to probably what it's going to end up becoming. I'm excited for that. Yeah.
I saw you just made a PC for Adin Ross, right?
Working on it.
Nice.
Yeah. So a lot of people want to get a PC from me. I have very limited time. I run a huge company.
Yeah.
At the same time, I do these as kind of like an artist side hustle now. Like we don't do PC builds normally on our website. We like to work with other brands to help them customize their PCs and refer them to there.
Right.
It's a very cost, intensive business. One day maybe we'll bring it in house or partner with somebody. But yeah, just on the personal side, I do really high-end PCs for either companies that value it or high net worth individuals. And I got a list of people that want one, and the time frame for when I'm going to be able to deliver those is like stretching out.
You're probably almost a year out at this point, because I didn't know they took 2 to 3 weeks. That's crazy.
And that's when I can find the 2 to 3 weeks to do them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's intense. That's a good move, though, with Adin, because he's the biggest streamer in the world. So
Yeah.
he'll bring a lot of business to V1, I think.
Yeah, I think doing like maybe an official Kick partnership or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Get on every video.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Official streaming PCs, you know.
That'd be dope, man. But yeah, the fact that you've been able to pivot like this is impressive, because a lot of people, like you said, I remember when Alienware was like the #1 PC company when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And now there's just so much competition. I don't even know if people still buy those as much, but
You'd be surprised. I think they do.
Okay.
But they have like mass market scale when it comes to like Best Buy and Walmart and those kind of big box stores. So people who don't know
yeah.
what to get, it's a household brand at this point, the low barrier of entry, but definitely not like as competitive as some of the better built PCs by like Origin PCs, and, you know. But yeah.
I was doing research when I went to buy my latest gaming PC, and there were so many different opinions on like what the best one was. Do you have a favorite gaming PC brand? If you have like a $3,000 budget.
$3,000 budget. I think Origin PCs right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I saw that on some lists.
they're really good. So I know the owner. His name is Kevin, and we've collaborated on some new stuff where we're doing limited edition, fully custom designed art like PCs. So you can actually get one right now where it's limited run, and it's about 3,500, but it's like fully maxed out.
Wow.
With unique art that's only going to be available for a limited time.
That's cool. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Because, dude, every website was different. It was crazy. And I don't know what list to trust these days, because a lot of these guys pay for list spots
Right.
on those top 10 lists.
100%.
So it's like, dude, what do I trust? Like,
I think if you're local to one of the PC building companies, or you know somebody, that's going to be your best bet, because troubleshooting and the customer service and the being able to like have it serviced, I think that's more valuable than the actual initial like having it built part of it.
yeah, that makes sense. My first one was CyberPower PC. Then I switched to Zydax. Do you know
Okay.
Zydax?
Yeah, out in Utah.
Yeah, my buddy Dan Young owns that one.
Very cool.
I'll connect you guys. It's pretty good, but now that I'm playing Fortnite pretty heavily, I need to up it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you want one from me, huh?
I might have to go bougie with you, man.
We'll build something amazing.
That'd be sick. You also made one for PBD, Patrick Bet David.
No, so Patrick actually at one point was like low key my mentor.
Really?
Yeah, so he was based in Dallas and Addison, really close to where I was. And one point he had a mentorship competition where you just enter a video and introduce yourself. And Mario reached out to me and was like, "Hey, love the video. Patrick wants to meet. Like, we're gonna have this dinner with a bunch of entrepreneurs." And so I went over to his place, checked out like the whole wall of books, and got to meet him. Got to dinner, and since then we had a few like, you know, mentorship calls and meetings every now and then. But the biggest takeaway was kind of like we have totally different experiences running. Like he has an insurance business. I have a computer business that's unlike anything that's normal out there. It's not a franchise or a been done before thing. So nobody really has that experience to be able to tell you exactly what you need to do. So the best mentorship that I've gotten is just read books, because you get a lifetime of experience kind of bump like in sound bites of like 3 hours or less.
Right.
And that's super impactful. And you can kind of take relevance from other entrepreneurs and other experiences and try to apply them, but being flexible and improv-y with how you do things and getting better at like just feeling things out and understanding your market is really gonna be up to you. Like there's nobody in a lot of spaces like that I'm in that you can really just have a mentor for.
Right. Yeah, I'm big on audiobooks and podcasts, actually. I listen to those.
100%.
2x speed
Yeah?
while I'm driving.
I'm 1.25. I'm not quite
That's
2x.
good. I will say 2x is probably a bit ambitious for most people. I had to work my way up.
There's some books that if they're a little bit too detailed, like I just read one by, it's How to Buy Back Your Time.
Oh, is that
By
Dan Martell?
Dan Martell, yeah.
He's come on the show.
Amazing guy.
Yeah.
Love him. And I've been watching his stuff before I think anyone really knew who he was. Super valuable person. And that book, I actually got a physical version and the Audible because I like to be able to like take notes and highlight.
Right.
And if it's a really in-depth book, it's better for me that way anyway.
I'm going to listen to that one now that you've said that.
So good.
Yeah, he came on the show. Funny story. He thought I was a different Sean Kelly.
What?
So he pulled up to the studio. I walk him in. He has no idea I'm interviewing him.
He's like, wow, you're way better looking. You lost a ton of weight. You're taller.
Yeah. He's been friends with another Sean Kelly for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
He owns this company called Snack Nation, which provides snacks to companies.
That's cool.
Corporations. But funny guy. That's how much time he saves. He doesn't even know what podcast he's going on.
Wow.
Funny, dude. What are some time-saving hacks, though, that you remember from that book?
The biggest one for me was how to manage my personal assistant.
Okay.
So like before, there was a lot of things that I was still doing that he brought to light that I shouldn't be doing. For example, I would still field all the inbox for my email and then delegate it to whoever and then have her help me with it a little bit.
Right.
But she wasn't like the direct person in the email. And so now I don't get to look at the email until after it's been vetted.
Got it.
Yeah, so like that's been a huge hack.
That could probably save an hour a day alone.
A lot.
Yeah, because I get so much weird email, like spam stuff that I just delete, but it takes time
Yeah.
to sort through it. That's a good one. What about your DMs? Do you have someone in there?
Personal Instagram is the best place to reach me actually.
Yeah.
Because that's one I actually manage myself.
That's
the
how
V1 Tech. Yeah, the V1 Tech one is managed by a few people, but it's more like our customer service team, our marketing team, and a little bit of me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's how I got a hold of you.
Yeah,
Personal
for sure.
Instagram. I think Steve posted you. Steve will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Steve.
PC looks sick, by the way.
Thank you. So the story of how I met Steve is pretty cool.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So John Shahidi, when they launched the MetaCard back in the NFT space, I was really into crypto and NFTs and everything, and lost a lot of money doing it, but it's paid off tenfold because of the relationships.
Facts.
So the thing with the NFT community is like we're buying into a community, and that one was a big one because John Shahidi, the Full Send guys, all amazing people, and so I got the red card, the biggest one. And he actually, reached out on Twitter and was like, hey, thank you so much. And you guys are awesome. We're going to be doing a tour in Dallas where we're going to launch a Happy Dad there and do like this cool party. And I want you to come. And I was like, I want to build Steve a PC. I know he is really into gaming. I've been following him for a long time. And I just want to gift him one. And we're going to make it Happy Dad theme.
That's
so
sick.
he was like, hell yeah, we'll introduce and it'll be cool. So I built it like last minute, took it to the party, gifted to him. Everyone saw, everyone freaked out, loved it. They even shared it on all the social medias. I got to meet Sammy, the CEO of Happy Dad. I got to meet, all the Full Send guys. And now I'm really good friends with Steve.
Nice.
So from there it escalated to, hey, I need a PC for this condo and that house. And then his friends, Bradley's a big customer now.
Yep.
We're about to do the Raw Talk PC for him.
Selena.
Selena's PCs. She's a huge gamer too.
Is she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She's actually, I would say, probably a better gamer than Steve.
Yo, if you're watching this, Steve, you got put on blast right there. I don't know if I could date a girl that was better than me at gaming, man. I got too much pride in my games.
I think she would kill you at Fortnite.
No.
100%. So
dude, I'm nasty.
She has a Fortnite themed PC that I created for her for Christmas. It's all purple and everything. But she is a savage.
Did she play build or no build?
Both.
Okay, I'd love to see it. I mean, I'll look up her KDR after this.
She's awesome.
Okay, that's pretty wild.
Yeah,
I'd be intimidated.
She's genuinely like, she's told me like all the things she has, her cars and everything. Like the thing she looks forward to the most is going and sitting down at her computer, the one that I built, the setup, and just gaming.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool to see your work.
Both,
change someone's.
Big gamers.
Yeah, that's cool to see. Like you put your hard work into that device, and it's making her that fulfilled.
100%.
Must be a great feeling.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not many people can have that skill to do that to someone.
Yeah, I like knowing that, Steve, his wife, they're gaming on computers that I built, but then other people too. So that brings me a lot of fulfillment and joy into putting it into the project. For UFC 300, I'm going to be gifting Dana White a Howlerhead PC.
Yo, can't wait to see that. That's sick.
So it's going to be pretty inspiring to know that potentially he's doing work or something, maybe even gaming or his kids on the PC that I built. And so that definitely a motivator for me.
That's awesome. Are you bringing it to the fight? Or are you going to?
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to be heavy.
Well, I actually deliver all the PCs for my friends personally in Pelican cases.
Nice.
So I'll drain the liquid. Actually, sometimes I'll buy it a seat on the plane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wild. So it'll be me and a computer sitting next to me.
You don't trust
everyone's reactions are like, this is hilarious. Yeah, I don't really trust them to throw it in.
Hell no. I've seen videos of them just throwing those suitcases. Yeah, that shit would break. I remember I was big into sports cards. I bought I spent $100,000 on sports cards.
Really?
Yeah, in Pennsylvania, some random guy I met online. And I was like, I don't trust this being shipped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to take it.
Because it literally was worth so much. So I bought the seat next to me and the seat next to me. So I bought the whole row on the plane.
Just for your...
Because they were huge cases of cards.
Wow.
And people were like, what the hell?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I could relate to that. It's funny, dude. Anything you got coming up? What's next? What are you excited about?
I mean, that's a big one. The fight. Got the show at the end of the month. Right now, there's a lot of stuff on the company end. We're going to be moving to a new headquarters soon.
Nice.
Getting to different equipment, new products. A lot of cool drops coming up on our website, v1tech.com. The whole thing this weekend with Sumi is we're going to be launching a platform for anyone to sell their actual photos on a premium product. So if you want to do like really cool photography or even just influencer photos, cosplay photos, we're just going to keep expanding our market and continue to help people express themselves and customize their world.
Love it. We'll link the site below. Thanks for coming on, man.
Of course. Thank you, Sean.
Look forward to seeing a PC.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. See you next time.